It's 1055. That was Chupal with Heart and Soul. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday morning. Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County is brought to us by Lockhart's Incorporated. And in the studio with me right now, I have Scott Barr from Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County. Good morning, Scott. How are you?
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Sun shines out.
It is definitely sunny, and next week it is going to be hot. So
that's what they're saying.
It is.
A little toasty or spicy, as my youngest says.
It's going to be warm. So, well, wasn't here last week. I was down in Atlanta, so we had Mo in here giving the update. But had the opportunity to attend at Habitat for Humanity International's headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia, a training on restores. And I thought today, as I was talking to a couple folks throughout the week, that it might be time to just kind of revisit some of those misperceptions of Habitat, because a couple of them happened again, this week. And so let's start with my training. My training was on restores, best practices for restores, how to share your mission moments within the restores, how to be as efficient as possible. And I just want to remind folks that a Habitat restore is open to everybody. It is open to the general public. And so ours is located right off the interstate in Troy. It is on the Kohl's or the McDonald's exit. You just get off the exit ramp if you're heading south from Shelby County and you turn left. We have 13,000 square feet of items that have been donated. These items are donated, and they can be furniture and lighting and cabinets and sinks and toilets and lawn and garden. And every day we're doing pickups in Miami and Shelby County. And so if you have large items and you want to donate, if you have furniture that you've been holding on to and saying, you know what, this is too good to throw away, so we're just going to hold on to it and it's going to stay in storage, Habitat is a great place because it will be repurposed, it will be reused, and it'll go to a family that absolutely needs it. And so, feel free to contact our restore, which is 937-703-9683. Talk to Chris or Dave. They will schedule a pickup for you. We'll bring our box truck. You just need to get it to, the garage, get it to an exterior area, and we'll get it and take it down there. We have volunteers that assess everything that comes in the door. That's including spraying furniture to make sure furniture is safe. That is, fixing or testing items. So whether it's an appliance, whether it is a mechanical or a motorized item, drills, lawn and garden, we test them, we test lights, we make sure they work before they go out on the floor. And no income eligibility, you can be a collector, a family, a college student, a landlord. You can come in there and look at what's been donated recently, and you can shop and get really good deals. And the money that is going into that store first covers the operation of the store, including the staff, and then covers the mission of Habitat for Humanity. So wanted to share that. Had a great training working with leaders across the United States with Habitat for Humanity last week. Had a conversation with somebody about, our building, and, Habitat for Humanity does not give homes away. Right. We are a bank. We have 29 mortgages right now that we are managing because after a family is identified, after they put in their required volunteer sweat equity hours, at the time that they get the the keys to their home, they have gone through credit counseling. They have received a loan that they have to pay off, and normally these terms are 20 or 25 years. We report to the credit bureau. We are helping them become first-time homeowners, and we are also, reporting to credit bureaus. And so not many people think about Habitat as a bank, but, we go out and we get funds to help build the home, and then over time, the partner families are making monthly payments to pay those back. So that's a misconception that's out there. When I took the job, people were asking me about it. We still need to break down that perception that, yes, we build homes, but these are not gifts. That these are mortgages that the individuals are paying back every single month. So when we come back, we'll talk about programming and some of the exciting things that are going on, because we have a lot of going on as our programming continues to grow and expand. So I'm sure you've got a great song for us.
I do.
We'll come back and give an update on programming.
All right. Yeah, I'm playing 80s one-hit wonders.
Okay.
All right. Coming up next, I can't wait, buy new shoes and more Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County. It's Hits 105.5. Hits 105.5. That was New Shoes with I Can't Wait. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Friday morning. Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County is brought to us by Lockhart Incorporated. And in the studio with me, I have Scott Barr from Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County. And we're going to continue our conversation. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm excited to continue to share the growth. And one of the areas we've seen significant growth was the launch of the home repair program. And so, when we started doing this, we modeled other habitats, including our great neighbors down in Dayton, the Greater Dayton Habitat for Humanity. And, as we learned, their model and their practices, and, we wanted to hire the construction manager that we did, and we knew we needed to purchase a van and get it branded. And, we got a grant for the separate tool system that's in there. So we started setting goals. I think anybody that knows me, we run our nonprofit like a business. We set goals. We try to work to achieve those goals. And at the end of the day, the goal is to serve more people, have more impact. And so with launching this program, we said, all right, how many do we want to serve in year one? What is realistic? And so I set some high standards, and, if we fall short, great, we move the needle. But if we achieve those, fantastic. And so we wanted to do 15 to 20 home repairs in 2024. And we didn't really start doing them until February when we got it off the ground. And so we're excited to share that during this month, we just finished this week, number 8. We'll be doing number 9 next week, and we'll be doing number 10 the following week. And so, that means that we are on track to exceed the high number of 20 home repairs. And so, as we as a board reviewed, how do we want to prioritize accepting applications, and what does that look like? Well, we have decided that we are going to serve families that own their own home. It is owner occupied. You've been in the home in Miami or in Shelby County for at least 12 months, and that you will provide supporting documentation to ensure the homeowner's insurance is up to date. The income we're changing to median household of 30 to 80% income. So that's a raise of 30 to 60%. That'll allow us to serve some more folks. We are prioritizing accessibility projects. So walk-in showers, handicap bars, handicap ramps, but we are also doing, porches and doors and windows and kitchen accessibility, making sure the kitchen works and people are functional in their kitchen. The bathroom works and it's functional in the bathroom. And so, if you have a loved one that might meet those qualifications, feel free to contact our administrative office at 937-332-3763. You can ask for Mo or Miranda. They'll ask you some questions. We'll mail out the application. There's an easy back page with a checklist that says when you mail this back in, or you email it to us, or you drop it off, include this supporting documentation. But I am extremely excited with what we're doing. The home that we're going to be doing next week is a female senior that is living in an older home, and she still has a clawfoot cast iron tub in the main floor as the bathroom. And although I've not seen it, but you just kind of imagine the beauty that comes with that. And it's not functional for her. It's not functional for a senior. You can't get in and do what you need to do and be safe. Her washer and dryer are in the basement. She's having to go downstairs to get to her laundry. And so, her application came in, and she's like, if I could get a walk-in shower for accessibility, if you could help me get my washer and dryer up to the main level, and that way I'm not having to navigate that. And when our construction manager called her last week to tell her that not only was she approved, but we've put her on the schedule and that we're going to be starting it next week, She was in tears for
Aw.
15 minutes trying to, share her appreciation and Mark is like, trying to get her off the phone. We're thrilled that we're able to do it. We're going to be there. And it takes volunteers to do it. And we had another volunteer come in yesterday and sign up and fill that. And so, if you're out there recently retired, you like to help people, you have some skill set in, construction or woodworking or laying floors, contact us. We can use you in our 5,000 square foot training center. We can have you join us and be on the list for home repairs. And our volunteer coordinator, Mo, sends out a text to our list and says, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to be doing this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I need 4 people on each day. And the first 4 that sign up on Monday and then on Tuesday. And so it could be just one of the days. It can be all 3. We'll get you plugged in and you can feel the impact of serving your community and keeping people in their homes longer and the appreciation that comes from these homeowners when they're seeing it. The gentleman in Tip City that needed the ramp to be able to stay in his house, the veteran that needed the ramp in Sydney to stay in his house. We had a family that we were doing flooring for in Piqua this week, and she ended up buying the construction manager and the volunteers the lunch for the day. And just as a thank you for. And so, it's great impact. It takes volunteers to do what we do with our construction manager. But from where we were in November to where we are today in growing programming, growing outreach, growing volunteer, growing revenue, we're really pleased. We've got our annual retreat next week with our board to talk about the next 6 to 12 months and put those goals in place. And, we can't say thanks enough to our partners that help us share that word. And, Hits 105.5 is certainly one of those that's allowing us an outlet to share our impact story. And more importantly, just like when I started the United Way show with you guys, the goal is maybe you're somebody that's out there that could benefit from the services. And maybe you're hearing this message and a loved one that could benefit. It's all about outreach. And so contact Habitat for Humanity if you could benefit and you're qualified for a home repair, and we'll assess the project and see if it's within our skill set, it's within our mission focus, and we have the funding to be able to do that project. So appreciate the opportunity to come in and share each week.
Yeah, thank you so much. And like you said earlier about like some of the misconceptions, that's what I love. I mean, I've learned so much since February, since you've been coming here, about the misconceptions of Habitat for Humanity. There's one thing that you did mention that I want you to kind of like go in further. You said about mission moments, that you would like to add those in the restore. What would be some of the mission moments?
Yeah, absolutely. So, we need to, have some of the taglines in there that, whether it's, volunteer, donate, shop is something that's in there. We want to show some of the before and after projects that people can see, hey, this store is helping support these missions. So you start to bring in your images of completed homes, completed home repairs. There's some national branding that's out there that speaks to the entire culture of Habitat that we just have to plug and play. That we download the high def images, take it to a local sign provider, and we start to get those in there. We need to brand our store in color a little bit more so that when you walk in, you see the Habitat colors, that you know that you're actually in a Habitat restore. And so, I've always tried to be a storyteller, whether it be through words or whether it be through images, because we want folks to know that, yeah, I might be in here and I'm buying a weed eater or a cabinet set or a chandelier, but what you're also doing is you're making change.
Yeah.
You're changing lives. You're supporting a mission. And so that's where we have an opportunity to connect those dots a little bit more, because then folks come in and they're looking for deals all the time. We want the folks that maybe are casual that come in to know I'm supporting a mission.
Right.
We're changing lives by what we're doing here.
And a perfect example is in the Habitat building, you have the wall That I love that
Yeah.
wall. You could stand there for hours and just read. I mean, from the volunteers of why they're volunteering, the before and after, and just the stories. And yeah, I love that. That would be really cool if you put that,
Yep.
some of that.
Absolutely. We have an opportunity to do what we're doing in our training center in the resort. So those
Awesome.
we're setting some goals, and I think I've got somewhere in October for proposals and on what paint costs, what signs cost, and different things, and then there's going to be an implementation time frame. So we'll see on Tuesday after the board retreat, what ends up being approved. But we'll be doing some work in that area.
Yeah, awesome. And in the meantime, you can go to the Restore if you're looking for some awesome things and some unique things as well, because it's open. It's wonderful. If you haven't been down there, you need to check it out because it is open to the public, like Scott said.
That's right. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. We'll be open Tuesday through Friday, and on Saturdays you can pop in there 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And again, you never know what you're going to find.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Thank you so much. That was Habitat Chat with Habitat for Humanity of Miami and Shelby County, brought to us by Lockard Incorporated. Well, thank you so much, Scott. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week. Coming up next, Matthew Wilder with Break My Stride. It's Hits 105.5.